In a twist no one saw coming, at least not this soon, Christian Horner is officially out at Red Bull Racing. The man who rose from the ruins of Jaguar F1 over 2 decades ago and turned a mid-grid hopeful into a motorsport juggernaut is saying farewell to the team he helped build from the ground up. This morning in Milton Keynes, Horner will deliver his final address to the staff, a goodbye loaded with legacy, controversy and speculation. Though he weathered the storm of scandal just last year, emerging unscathed from an internal investigation into alleged misconduct, today's announcement comes with an eerie sense of finality. There's no grace period, no transitional handover. It's over, effective immediately. And what a legacy he leaves behind. 6 Constructors' Championships, 8 Drivers' titles, split evenly between 2 generational greats, Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. Horner wasn't just a team principal, he was the architect of an F1 empire. But lately even empires have trembled. Despite holding on to his job in early 2024 thanks to support from Thai power broker Jaguar F1, who defied pressure from Red Bull's Austrian leadership, cracks have been showing behind the scenes. The most glaring, Max Verstappen. Rumours of his exit at the end of 2025 just won't die, no matter how many times Horner's tried to quash them. And while today's announcement doesn't come with an official explanation, the writing may have been on the wall for some time. If Red Bull's golden child really is preparing to leave, Horner's position might have become untenable. Christian Horner is walking away from his £12 million a year post effective immediately, but the drama behind the scenes is far from over. As of 10 a.m. BST on Wednesday, July 9th, 2025, the Red Bull staff in Milton Keynes were informed by Horner himself that his reign had come to an abrupt end. But this isn't just a resignation, it's a power play. The bombshell comes via German outlet Bild, which reports that Oliver Mintzlaff, the CEO of the Red Bull Group, pulled the trigger on Horner's dismissal. It said he notified both Dr. Helmut Marko and majority shareholder Jaguar F1 of the decision, a bold move considering the Thai billionaire had been Horner's most vocal supporter during the brutal media trial that engulfed him in 2024. Back then, Mintzlaff had been leading the charge to have Horner removed, but F1's influence kept the team principal in place. This time, it seems Mintzlaff acted alone and legally. Under company law, directors appointed by shareholders are allowed to make executive decisions, even if those decisions clash with the interests or wishes of the shareholders themselves. Mintzlaff, bound by his fiduciary duty, may have used that authority to cut Horner loose without consulting the man who actually owns the majority stake in the company. But this chess move comes with consequences. As the majority owner, F1 holds the ultimate power to sack board members if he believes they're not working in the company's best interest. So while Horner's exit is today's headline, don't be surprised if tomorrow's story is about boardroom bloodshed at Red Bull Racing. The dominoes are falling fast at Red Bull Racing. Just moments after Christian Horner confirmed his sudden exit, Sky News has now reported that Laurent Mekies, the current team principal of Racing Bulls, has been appointed as the new CEO of Red Bull Racing. That's right. In a stunning twist, the man once tasked with revitalizing Red Bull's junior team is now stepping into one of the most powerful roles in Formula One. And with that, Oliver Mintzlaff, the Red Bull Group CEO, has finally broken his silence. In a polished statement, Mintzlaff offered gratitude, but no apology. "We would like to thank Christian Horner for his exceptional work over the last 20 years. With his tireless commitment, experience, expertise, and innovative thinking, he has been instrumental in establishing Red Bull Racing as one of the most successful and attractive teams in Formula One. Thank you for everything, Christian, and you will forever remain an important part of our team history." A classy farewell, perhaps. But behind the corporate gloss, the reality is that Red Bull is in the midst of an identity crisis, and Horner's departure is just the tip of the iceberg. In recent months, the team has bled senior talent. Rob Marshall, a key engineering mastermind, jumped ship to McLaren. Long-serving sporting director Jonathan Wheatley is heading to Sauber Audi. And the biggest blow of all, Adrian Newey, Red Bull's technical genius and the architect of multiple title-winning machines, was lured away by Lawrence Stroll with an irresistible offer, a reported £30 million salary and team equity at Aston Martin. With Laurent Mekies now tasked with leading the charge, one thing is certain: Red Bull Racing is not just rebuilding, it's reinventing. Whether this new era will fly as high as the last, only time will tell. Whispers in the paddock suggest that Christian Horner's survival in the Red Bull hot seat last year came with a crucial promise, one made directly to majority shareholder Jaguar F1, that Max Verstappen, the crown jewel of the team, would stay loyal through to the end of his 2028 contract. But with no confirmation of Verstappen's long-term commitment, and with Mercedes looming in the rearview mirror, Horner Horner's bargaining chip may have slipped through his fingers, and with it, so did his position. Looking back, it now seems Horner was granted one final curtain call at Red Bull's home race in Silverstone, a symbolic last stand. Verstappen lit up the weekend with a spectacular pole, but Sunday's rain-soaked drama saw him falter, sliding off the track and settling for a distant fifth. It wasn't just a loss of points, it was a loss of aura, and for Horner, it might have sealed his fate. The irony: Max has dominated Formula One for the past 4 years, taking title after title since that infamous 2021 showdown with Lewis Hamilton. But now, with half the season behind us, he's a massive 69 points adrift of new championship leader Oscar Piastri. The Verstappen era is wobbling, and so is Red Bull's grip on the sport. The numbers don't lie. Red Bull are enduring their worst Constructors' Championship performance in nearly a decade, plunged back to the kind of form they haven't seen since the bleak Renault-powered days of 2015. Currently fourth in the standings, they trail McLaren by a staggering 288 points, with both Mercedes and Ferrari comfortably ahead. The timing of this implosion couldn't be worse. Formula One's next seismic shift, the 2026 regulations, is just around the corner. New chassis rules, new power units, new aerodynamics. It's the most transformative change the sport has seen since the hybrid era began in 2014. And while other teams are ramping up development with clear technical direction, Red Bull now finds itself in a leadership vacuum during the most critical phase of preparation. Aston Martin has already pounced, locking down Adrian Newey with a £30 million deal and giving him equity, ensuring his genius will shape their 2026 car from the ground up. McLaren, under Andrea Stella and with Rob Marshall on board, is building serious momentum and could become the new benchmark. Mercedes is rumoured to be quietly stacking their technical deck, while Ferrari are charging into 2026 with Lewis Hamilton and a revitalised setup under Fred Vasseur. And Red Bull, they've lost their team principal, their technical mastermind, their sporting director, and maybe, just maybe, their star driver is next. The dominance they enjoyed from 2021 to 2023 was built on unity, vision, and a core team that stayed consistent through turbulent seasons. That core is now gone, and with Laurent Mekies stepping in to lead a team in flux, questions abound over whether the new leadership can match the pace, not just on track, but in development rooms and wind tunnels. The 2026 car won't just be a machine, it'll be a symbol of who got the new era right and who fumbled the reset. Red Bull once led that charge. But unless they regain focus, structure, and identity fast, they risk becoming a cautionary tale, the team that peaked too soon and crumble just as the next chapter of Formula One was being written. Did Oliver Mintzlaff make the right call firing Horner, or has he just broken the very foundation of Red Bull racing? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.